Diversified Search was founded in 1974 with the purpose of getting more women into executive positions and diversifying leadership across all industries and sectors. Today, we're proud to say that 75% of our placed candidates in 2020 were women and/or people of color. We are also the most diverse leadership team in the executive search industry among the top 10 largest firms.
Coming up next, a Trailblazer Award winner conversation with Earvin Magic Johnson.
And welcome. I'm Michael Norris, and I am a board member of the Women's Business Collaborative. And I have the great privilege of being here today with legendary Earvin Magic Johnson, who really obviously needs no introduction, our five-time national champion, a gold medal winner, Hall of Famer. We can go on and on about all his past exploits in the basketball world, but we're here today and we're going to take some advice and ask some questions and get to know him a little bit better. And the main reason we're here today is to recognize him and let him, have a few words to say. But at the same time, we want to congratulate you on being a Trailblazer Award on behalf of the Women's Business Collaborative. So congratulations, Mr. Johnson.
Well, thank you, Michael. This is really outstanding when I think about the WBC Trailblazer Gender and Diversity Award. It's what I've been about my whole life, my whole career, trying to affect change in urban America, trying to make sure that I highlight women and empower women, but also empower minority businesses and business owners. And making sure that the community is better and that those who live in the inner cities in urban America have a voice. And I become that voice and try to also be that leader. And so thank you for this award. It means a great deal to me. And I just want to say blessings to everybody. And thank you, whoever voted for me, whoever thought I deserved this award. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. And with that, we want to talk a little bit about your career since your retirement in was it 1991?
Yes.
The Lakers. Wow. It's amazing. You're still one of the most recognizable faces in the entire world. And you've been, actually separated from basketball for that long. So that has to say something about your business prowess and the things you've done.
Well, Michael, I'm probably recognized more for that now. People probably forget about the 5 NBA championships that I won. And it's more about, really how many businesses I've built and putting people of color to work and changing urban America, but also, the work I've done outside of urban America as well. Part owner of the Dodgers. We just won the World Series last season, and, owning the LA Sparks and in the WNBA, as well as LAFC and the MLS soccer, and a number of other businesses, of course. But I've been playing in the sports arena for a long time. And so just trying to diversify my portfolio, and it's been amazing.
Well, you've always done that. You've always been kind of in the forefront of these businesses, and you've been empowering neighborhoods and communities, which is what Magic Johnson Enterprises is all about for since the very beginning. But it wasn't always easy, was it?
No, it wasn't easy. Michael, it's funny because I wanted growth and sustainability. And so when I went to borrow money, they wanted to take the meeting with me. They wanted my autograph and my picture, but they turned me down, right? About 7 or 8 banks turned me down in the beginning. And it wasn't until I went to that last bank and they finally said yes, that I could, grow my business and take it to the next level, scale my business all at the same time. And so There was a lot of ups and downs. Even though I had a track record of success, people did not believe first in me as a businessman, and then they didn't believe in urban America either. Even though you're looking at over $3 trillion spending power of African Americans and Latinos, they still didn't believe in the fact that they could make money, especially big retailers. But we changed that when we did that unbelievable deal with Starbucks and Howard Schultz. And when they saw that Starbucks was successful in urban America, that changed everything. And we were able to put a lot of people to work of color. We were able to give a lot of contracts in terms of suppliers and vendors, women-owned businesses, as well as minority-owned firms. And so it changed not only the Black and brown community, but also, too, it changed people's mind about doing business in the inner cities of America.
Recently, during the COVID crisis, so many minorities and women were impacted so negatively by this crisis. They just weren't, even though they weren't ready. We just weren't ready for it. Can you talk a little bit about that and that unbelievable generosity of your $325 million that you personally have backed? Can you help us with that?
Yeah. So when you think about the Paycheck Protection Program, they gave the money to banks and credit unions, and then small business owners, they could apply for the money to get a loan. Well, a lot of the women-owned businesses, a lot of the small Black small business owners, as well as Latino small business owners, probably didn't have a relationship with the banks or the credit union, didn't know how to apply for these loans. So we lost a lot of, let me just give you this number. We lost 700,000 small Black business. And that really hurt our community. That meant a lot of people went unemployed and lost their job in Black America. We lost a couple 100,000 Latino small businesses and women-owned businesses. So I said, we can't lose anymore because they mean so much to those communities that they serve. So I decided to put up $325 million so that these women-owned businesses, these Latino-owned businesses, as well as Black-owned businesses could get a loan, keep their doors open, and the most important thing, keep their employees employed, right? And so we saved over 20,000 businesses. A lot of them are thriving today because of our loans. And also, it's not only the loans that we gave them, Michael, we also gave them expertise, right? So what is missing when you think about small women-owned businesses, Latino-owned businesses, as well as Black-owned businesses? Not only the capital, but also the expertise on how to grow their business, how they can scale their business, and then last but not least, they want what everybody else wants, which is sustainability. They could be around for a long time. So we were able to give them that type of knowledge, not only write them a check, but give them the expertise to stay in business for a long time.
And you did this all on, your desire to help women, to empower the community, to help minorities, and in all companies, in all genders, and just all people in general. And I remember clearly, once I asked you about the famous no look, behind the back, bounce pass, and I just said, I guess you always expected someone to be there. He said, I remember you telling me the secret behind all that was that you had to have trust.
That's right.
Someone was going to be there. You knew that they were going to be there, and you were going to lay it right up for them. So a lot of the things you've done were way out ahead of the curve, if you will, and people, in the past, not trusting, not having the confidence, and you've been out there and actually invest in these communities and these women organizations and things like that.
Well, again, it's all about trust and loyalty. I think that, Michael, you're spot on. When I think about the women-owned firms that I've worked with over a 35-year span, we trust each other. I know that when I go to them they're going to get the job done, right? And they trust me as well. And they know when they come to me, I'm going to get the job done. And I think that's what it's all about. And then when you think about the minority community, right? First of all, we already don't trust many organizations, right? We don't trust the
institutions are under a lot of pressure.
Exactly. So, and then it didn't help with all the unrest, George Floyd being murdered. It didn't help the situation. And so now what we're seeing, Michael, today is a lot of CEOs are reaching out to me, and they reached out to me early on, and they're reaching out to me now. And they said, Magic, we want to do something. What do you think we should do? Because we don't know quite what to do. And I said, well, let's start here first. You have this successful business. Well, small Black banks need money, right? Need capital to give out more loans to people in the Black and brown community. So won't you put money into these small Black banks? And Michael, they've done that. I said, historical Black colleges, they need money, right? To build new buildings, to also allow their students to thrive in this technology world, because we are undercapitalized when you think about these historical Black colleges. They put money now into historical Black colleges today. And then I said, let's start with your company. We need, Michael, more board of directors of color. We need more executives of color, more managers in your company of color. And then the employees, if you think they deserve to be promoted, then you promote them, hire more minorities, and then promote them when they deserve it. And then give interns to students of color, because that's what we're lacking and missing as well, right? If it's in your DNA as a leader, as a CEO, as a president of a company, then it would trickle down to everybody else when you think about, Michael, diversity and inclusion. And then the last thing, employees want to feel good about coming to work, right? So we got to make sure that you have this safe environment, this healthy environment for those who are your employees. Make sure you let them and allow them to be who they want to be. Make sure you got a healthy, safe environment for every single employee. But you and I have been about this way before now, right? Now it's big about diversity and inclusion. You and I have been talking about this for probably over 25 years and been about this for over 25 years. So again, I want to say thank you to you, Michael, because the things that we're doing now, that companies are doing now, you and I have been doing this and talking about this for over 25 years.
Well, you have, certainly the public voice of this, and you're very generous. That's a great example of your generosity and leadership. You're always citing the other person, and I humbly accept that and thank you. But it really is a world out here today that the institutions are under pressure. Some of the questions I would have asked you just kind of come right to the point with for me here, because it is about a world that is inclusive and fair. And the Women's Business Collaborative is all about equal pay and power and position. And in very recent times, in the last, I'd say, 6 months, more female directors and board members and women of color have been on boards, and in the last 10 years put together before that. For that kind of advice and that kind of acknowledgement and that kind of support and the actions that you've taken, that's the reason we are so happy to give you this award. Do you still have it there on your desk?
I still have it. I got it right here. It's not going anywhere. And I'm going to show I'm going to show everybody at my company, but also, people who walk in, they're going to see it. It's going to be front and center. And then last thing I'm going to do is show all my over 10,000 students, and that means half of them are women, that we sent to college through the Magic Johnson Foundation. They're going to see this because, Michael, we can't stop helping and we can't stop teaching these young people as well. And they're going to see this because I want them to know that one day, hopefully, they're going to receive an award like this, affecting change in people's lives. See, you get honors like this. When you give back, you get honors like this. And so God has really blessed me to be in this position. So I want to thank all of you again for this award. Thank you, my friend Michael, for being my friend and mentor for over 25 years. And let's continue to do great things. And I'm here to say I will be anybody's partner out there that want to bring about change and in people's lives. And so let's do some great work.
Well, congratulations on the award, on your lifetime of achievement, the giving back as much as you always have. And I'm very, very proud to have associated on projects and worked with you. You're an inspiration. One day I'll tell you how he actually saved my life. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
Today. Congratulations.
And congratulations to everybody else receiving an award tonight as well.